Hey, what's up guys? It's Lavo here. I hope we're doing awesome, and this is Oslo, and even that it's supposed to be really warm because it is April. Uh, no, it is end of April, actually starting May, and at some part of Europe is really warm, even 28 degrees. And here was few days warm, like max 10, 14, something like that. And now it is like, wow, really 5 degrees, 4, or yeah, it's cold really. And it was little snow, little flakes of snow actually I've seen. That is strange, but this is the bad side of the nature. The worst what can be that you can encounter um, wind, rain, and some miserable weather, but not as such as tornado, tsunami, and stuff like that. I have my ears, and I have my age, and I have my eyes, but for such a period of time, there was no tsunami, there was no um, earthquake, there was no um, tornado, things like that. So I'm pretty confident in the talking about the nature and the way it supports my body, it supports my emotion, it supports my energy. As long as I do my part, which is stay positive, uh, looking after myself, avoiding certain stuff, caring over myself emotionally, physically, mentally, and eating proper food and caring about everything. The nature is absolutely supportive, neutral, and powerful. Will allows me to develop myself, go to the gym, become faster, slimmer, smoother, bigger, tone, whatever. You can create whatever you want, and life, uh, whatever you want and wish and dream and desire in life, and that starts with desire with your body, let's say, and uh, performance, mental, physical, because our performance depends how you want to direct it. You might direct it performance mental, so you can be better at your office, at your working place, your business, and stuff like that. So therefore it is good to avoid chocolate, sweets, artificials, and deep fried food often, or in general unhealthy stuff, because that will at some point, if you don't not careful, will rob you of your energy, vital, mental, and physical, and you won't be able to stay on your track and perform as good as you wish. Well, it doesn't apply to anyone, because some people somehow uh, are able to go forward, create, and being passionate about what they're doing, and even that they are not totally healthy, they are able to find such a power to let them go through the process. But doesn't mean that through their lifetime is going to be always so great, because if you do not look after your body, that's why there is the science of being well composed to form thoughts and action. It is not enough for the man to only think in certain way. He must apply his thoughts to himself, and he must act and externalize those thoughts in his outer world and act the same way as he thinks. So for example, it is the greatest example, and it is not the last and least, but let's say Steve Jobs, who is named as one of the greatest in the space of business and technology and development and wealth built. Yet there is total failure in the space of that he is dead so quickly, so early. He achieved one thing, but he failed to achieve health and successful long life. So I don't know, it is important to achieve your peak purpose, goal in life, and not to wander for 150, 200 years ago, not years ago, for 200 years, live life and hiding in the corner just to stay safe and just to be around. No, we are here to accomplish our mission, life, whatever it is, everyone, each of us. It doesn't have to be as massive as having 2 millions, 10 millions, both worth it, goods with tons of cocaine underneath. I'm joking, I don't know if that is there, maybe gold, whatever, but that might not need to be a main desire to anyone. It can be apartments for selling, flipping, renting, buying, cars, business, self-development, being a wife, being husband, the great husband, great dad, superhuman, super expert, in the space of sport, in the space of self-development, so you can be like a powerful channel through which energy flow to and through, like it does to anyone, because remember, we are human beings, biological, physical and biological and mechanical beings from the nature that operating through eating fruits, vegetables and stuff like that. So it allows us to go through 100 years with energy, stay alive and do whatever we wish, want, desire and dream. Not everyone want to allow them dream to blossom and let it see the surface of their mind, because this is the faculty when which instead of you sitting down and just watching television and let it play the world to your imagination and your mind, instead of you supposed to be the one who's inventing, creating and thinking and combining ideas and the worlds and his thoughts and observation and emotions and connecting with peoples and observing and reading and trying to figure it out. Remember, this planet, this universe, incredible world, it has your back, always did, and I'll keep repeating that because of the abundance of water, air, gases to allows us to thrive and live in prosperity, build all this incredible stuff on the earth, technology, transportation, communication, all this amazing stuff, apart what nature provides us, food, earth, gases, plants, planets, stars, sun, and the moon. When you go sleep, you have another part of the day, allows you to actually close your eyes and stop thinking about everything you think through the day, either positive or negative. Like, you have the time to switch it off, to turn off your mental box from overthinking, lay down, relax, or from your hard labor, or from your disastrous day that, you know, you're not always going up to the hill and sweating, laboring and stuff like that. There is always, wherever you have to go up, you will go down. So I'm not trying to say that whenever you acquire the wealth and money, you must lose it. No, whenever there is a hard time, whenever there is smile, there will be cry somewhere along down in the future, because of someone will die, because someone will be healthy, unhealthy, and will end up in hospital, your relatives, you, broken bones, blood from nose, scratch, cutting, whatever, fight, drinking, you name it, anything what human beings do and could avoid, yet doing it out of leisure, pleasure, experiments, or just purely keep enjoying and keep being lost in the world all the time. I don't know if going just out and experiment the world through alcohol, smoking, and chasing girls, women, or anything that sort of nature through life. It is the maximum goal that human beings can achieve, and that happened to probably most of us. But and I'm not inspired. Keep saying that why we should do better because I just quit it. I quit it time ago, and I'm on the track to actually help people to see the world in most amazing ways. That when we change, everything change. When your attitudes toward the world change, toward yourself, toward the environment, everything change in your life. If you don't change, nothing will change. Your perception won't change, then nothing will change in the outside world, environment, and conditions. And the most fundamental and important thing is the decision you make, and then you start acting on it. Positive mental attitudes, happiness. The reason to be happy is the knowing that the nature has your back, always supports you, it's powerful, gives you this amazing body that you can run, go to the gym, sitting on the bike and experiment, experience, thinking better, eating better, and to be inspired to know that in that time of the history, the abilities that we have, the abundance and the access to such an incredible infrastructure in the space of technology, in the space of communication with people, communication with business, that you can set it up something on the internet and then you can create such an infrastructure, affiliative programs or marketing, selling stuff through your action, through your way of communication and talking, and you don't even need to invent and create nothing. You just can create something that someone go onto your page and ordering, and you don't have to even invest into goods, materials, stocks, products, buildings, magazines, warehouses, things like that. Like, it's just incredible. Or if you want to know something, you just go to the library and you can read and to get to know about the world, everything for free. So even broken poor person on the street can do it, can raise his hands actually and change his life. And the way to teach that person, it is not just to feed them with the food. It is actually to empower them and show them better life. And yet they can kind of know it because everything starts, even for that poor person, broken, with mental attitudes to desire. If he doesn't desire, if he's not inspired to his condition, and if he's not desire better life, better dream, I know sometimes the life will not allow that kind of person to do it, but bear with me, that person has not been born broken, poor, and alcoholic or drug addict. He must somewhere along the line did something that he end up to be that person. So he have the memory to go back. So the only dream and desire can change his condition and life. And like you see some people in the cold staying on the knees and begging, and this is fucking tough. I would not be able to do it. I would rather go, beg, ask for work or whatever to be able to change my life. So I can feel sorry. I feel sorry, but from the other side, those people have abilities to change their life. Going to the library, grab the book as you are, homeless, broken, stuff like that. You are sitting there, you can grab the book and you can start reading upon your free leisure time. 24 hours that you have upon sleeping and stuff like that. You can stay in that library and you can read and you can invent thoughts, and with that inventing thoughts, idea, will things come to your way, like you going to have having ideas what to do, where to go, and how to change your life, as each of us doing it when we decide going to university, when we are teenagers, or when we are adults. We decide we want to have a better life, and therefore we make a progress, ideas, observation, and then we decide what do we want and what we're going to do about it to get this, that, or house or business, whatever. So having said that, and going to the idea of Napoleon Hill, it is absolutely true that whatever the mind can conceive and believe will achieve. Ancient Greek refer to the heart, to the subconscious as to the heart. Our subconscious mind is the one with infinitive intelligence and abundance wisdom, and has access to the secret source, the wealth. The secret source is the well, which is the infinitive energy, wisdom from which we draw our power, and that is the secret wealth, and it's called the law of life. finally. So upon your leisure time, 4 hours a day, every day, you can come to the conclusion that spending 4 hours a day, every day, watching television, entertainment, please answer me how much peace, how much prosperity, how much fulfilled are you by doing that? How much future brings you that kind of activity and peace and poise in the next few years by doing this terror activity, bloodsuckers, vampires watching, who are reporting to you wars. I don't even know what's there on the television, because that's a long time now since I don't do that. But whenever I'm around family, everything is just somewhere bombarding me that, because then I can see that I'm there and I cannot switch it off, so I can, but that's rare because I'm away, and when I see that, I'm kind of fascinated, like picking up the concept, what's going on, why they bombarding again everybody with terror, wars, accidents, bad kind of sitcoms, bad kind of movie that seems to be wow, such a great, but you know, they are awakening my senses, like to negativity and arguments and some bad ways of dealing with people often in the movies, like unreal, and it becomes real because people later on leave those kind of conditions. But in the life as we live, when you look through the nature and how the planet is governed, everything is on the positive side, powerful, amazing, and supplying, and abundance, and health, and prosperity. And yes, everything will die at some point. Fruit will die when the apple drops, and when it hits, it starts breaking down. That's why bacteria comes, like people call the bad bacteria, viruses will kill us. And you know what? If the viruses were such a bad, we would be dead already. The earth would not exist. So the viruses and the bacteria has their roles. So when the apple is dropped down, hit the floor, hit the ground, now the viruses and bacteria will come and break this down. They will do the work. They will see that something is breaking down. They will break it down. They will thrive on it. They will do the good work to decompose that and bring it back to as a compost to the nature. So the same you with your bones, with your minerals and stuff like that. When you're dead, you will be, your soul will fly, and you come back again and you start the life from beginning, and you're going to be a priest, you're going to be a businessman, you're going to be a monk, you're going to be a who knows, maybe a poor person on the street. Depend maybe how did you act through your life. Is that makes you think like that is possible as any bullshit other story that you have been told through your lifetime about Santa Claus, about Jesus and religion and church, brick mortar in which you're going to pray to be so holy for the world, and that's how powerful is their emotion, the powerful emotion. Really, you getting that from the church, brick mortar, such a raw and not really pleasant place that you're going for getting fascination and inspiration, like you're going to change the world within you, around you. That like has been done for 2000 years and nothing changed. Or feeding your kids with Santa Claus and all this garbage and bullshit. How do you know that this is what they really want to wanted to know, instead of actually talk to them much better way, like with a friend, and inspire them and let them know more smart things from smarter books, and even when they are 10, 11 or 12. I don't see many people doing that, like not at all. When I try to do it to my son, his mom was against it. He's only a kid and stuff like that. But you know, when I start to talk to kids like that, 12 years and 13, they know the bullshit, and nobody talks with them like that, but they know the bullshit. They know like parents fooling them, and they go with this, they going with that, but they don't really appreciate that. They want to be treated probably or would like to know more things up front, not instead of going through the life and learning in the process, if you know what I mean. Alright guys, that has been a long time. I can make and create a lot of stories about those boats with the gold and cocaine on the board, and I don't know, living 200 years and hiding in the corners, try to pretend like find the comfort zone and do everything to not just do the right thing. What you're supposed to discover what you're supposed to be doing on this planet. What is your goal? What is your purpose? And this is not me to ask. It is shout out in the space to the universe, infinite intelligence, wherever, whatever. You will get the answer if you just keep asking. Knock, the door will be open. Seek, you will find it. Ask, it shall be answered to you. And why I'm saying all this stuff? Because when people are sick, they have a cancer or stuff like that, they barely go into the doctor, who is highly justified that he do not cure that cancer, because there is no cure. So that's why I'm saying, seek, you will find. Ask, will be answered. Knock, it will be open, because this is where often the failures coming into people's lives, that they don't do the 100% of work, which is when they are sick, they don't look 100% themselves. People dying around them on cancers, brothers, sisters, mothers, whoever, and they are feeling sorry, but I don't know what they're feeling sorry, instead of make it research and try to discover that there are solutions for their problems. And then when you know that those problems becoming to be actually joke, So with that being said, across of those words, I'm shooting out. I supposed to go to the gym, but actually I waste too much time wandering around and getting ready for the gym, and I missed the time to actually go there. It was closed early. So until tomorrow, Slavo, Oslo, take care.